Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to the channel. It is Murky Tingles, and I don't know when you're seeing this, when I'm gonna upload this, but I'd like to apologize for the last video. That was some straight garbage. I just got this new microphone and I'm testing out all the stuff, and this is my setup and all that. But for today, I want to teach you guys a little bit about color design workbook. Now, some important lore. If you know me IRL, the real me, not Ricky Tingles, you know that I am colorblind somewhat. So color has always been very interesting to me. Now, if this subject to you is completely boring, that's great. That's the whole point. You're supposed to fall asleep, so before I get into it, I want to make sure I give credit. So this is the book by Sean Adams. And yes, now I'll be reading it to you a little bit. So, I am afraid of color. This is a comment made way too often by designers. There is a perception that a discrete and complex set of rules applies to color, and one wrong choice will lead to failure. There are indeed rules that apply to color theory. These are based on laws of physics, wavelengths of light, and how our eyes perceive the world. We know from experience that a specific shade of red and blue will create an optical vibration. We understand that high contrast is easier to see than subtle tones, and we realize that each color has cultural, emotional, and personal meanings. This fear leads to the action of selecting only the safe colors, the tried and true colors in a default digital palette, must be correct. The result is work that feels expected and ordinary. Extraordinary work is the result of unique colors applied with confidence and clarity. I repeat, confidence and clarity. There is a reason why a Van Gogh demands our attention, while a paint by numbers. If you're a real one on the channel, you'll get the paint by numbers. Check my old videos. Paint by numbers composition may be pleasant but flat. As Tibor Kalman said, if you only do work no one will hate, no one will love it. This statement could not be more than true when working with color. The secret is that the only way to apply color incorrectly is to do so hesitantly. Any color palette will work if it is employed with courage. If it is employed with courage and knowledge. The designer must also have the ability to explain why one palette is better than the other. He or she, or they, respect points, must persuade the client why the warm shade of red is on brand, while purple isn't. The designer today is faced with multiple media and delivery options. The ability to control every reproduction of a corporate color is antiquated. I think that's how you said that word, I'm not sure. Antiquated. One of those. expected every time. Every time. That was just a little intro. I'm gonna get on to the first chapter. Chapter 1. What is color? What is color? By the way, yes, this mask looks stupid. I feel like Bane. I can't find the pink shiesty tea, which is annoying me. But this is actually really comfortable. It just keeps falling down, that's why I'm going like this, but it's really comfortable. But I feel like Bane. Like, look at this mask. I guess it's like a hair reveal or some shit. I don't even know. Alright. Face reveal. Never. Never face reveal. Unless we hit 100k, then I'll do it. Fuck it. Oh shoot, YouTube. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate. In a physical sense, there's no such thing as color. Just light. Waves of different wavelengths. See how that just got darker? That's my mind controlling the wavelengths. This is what space looks like. Colors. Now let's read. The human eye can distinguish among these wavelengths, so we see the world in color. Rays of light vibrate at different speeds. The sensation of color, which happens in our brains, is a result of the vision's response to these different wavelengths. When taken together, the various rays our eyes can distinguish are called the visible spectrum. This fairly narrow range of colors includes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, which scientists call indigo, and violet. So this gradient graphic basically expresses the colors that the human eyes can see. This is what the human eyes can see. But as we just learned, everybody experiences color differently. Now, so let's learn about apparent color. Apparent color is, color is derived from light, either natural or artificial. With little light, little or no color is present. With a lot of light comes lots of color. Strong light produces intense color. That seems pretty intuitive, right? Seeing is color. Our eyes have 3 types of color receptor cells or cones: red, green, or blue. As a result, all incoming light is reduced to these 3 colors. However, not every color can be seen by humans. Those that can are therefore called the visible spectrum. People can distinguish approximately 10 million colors. This visible spectrum is called the human color space. Not everyone's color sensing cells respond alike, so identification of a specific color is highly subjective. Again, identification of a specific color is highly subjective. I have arguments all the time with friends and family about color. Partially it's because I'm a little bit color deficient, but also color is subjective. Even if you have perfect vision, it's still subjective what you classify as what color, because they're all just vibrations of light. Okay. The study of color is where art and science meet, with numerous theories from both disciplines coming into play. It can thus be difficult to comprehend. To understand color perception, we need to understand the physics of light, which causes and affects our ideas of primary color, of types of primary color. Additive and subtractive. It's just like math, you know. As noted, our eyes have red, green, and blue RGB color receptors. RGB are the primary colors of pure light and are referred to as additive primary colors. The subtractive primary colors made from reflected light fall into two types: the printer's primaries, which are cyan, magenta, and yellow, and the artist's primaries, which are red, yellow, and blue. So that's called the CMY. So cyan, magenta, and yellow, and RYB, red, yellow, and blue. What are artist primaries? Artist primaries, though non-scientific, are used as a basis for most color theory, which is in the next chapter. If you guys like this video, I can go to chapter 2, because I think this stuff is super interesting. Designers utilize all three types of primary colors. They select colors using RYB and color theories. Then they generate layouts on computer screens in RGB, and then perhaps translate them into ink on paper with CMY plus K to form the four-process CMY K color lithography. So these are this is the diagram that we just talked about. I just read what's in yellow, but these are the things. So as you can see, take a look. So this right here is RYB. This is CMY. This is RGB. Very, very interesting stuff. Or maybe boring, but it shouldn't matter because hopefully right now you are deep sleeping. I say we read a little bit more because this is fascinante. Okay. The properties of color. Whether using the additive or subtractive primaries, each color must be described in terms of its physical properties. These properties are independent of each other, and each one must be measured or defined. Each one must be measured. Sorry, ADHD kicked in. Each one must be measured or defined in order to fully describe the color. Scientific descriptions of color or colorimetry involve the specification of these color properties in either a subjective or objective system of measurement. The subjective system describes color in terms of hue, saturation, and brightness. If you know Photoshop, you know about hue saturation. While the objective system measures the dominant wavelength, purity, and luminance of colors. Hue is the common name of a color that indicates its position in the visible spectrum or on the color wheel. Hue is determined by the specific wavelength of the color in a ray of light. The description of hue can be made more precise in comparison to the next two, e.g., a certain blue might be more accurately called blue-green. Saturation refers to the intensity, strength, purity, or chroma, which is the absence of black, white, or gray, in a color. A vivid color has a high or full saturation, whereas a dull one is desaturated. Saturation is a measure of the richness of a color. Brightness or value is the relative degree or lightness or darkness of a color, or its reflective quality or brilliance. A color can be more narrowly described as either light or dark. The brightness of a color is changed by mixing it with white to form a tint or with black to form a shade. In varying proportions. Graphic design software programs have tools for varying ISP of colors. Objective color notation was developed by the Commission Internationale d'Éclairage, the CIE, to provide a mathematical model for describing color. The CIE is an international technical, scientific, and cultural non-profit organization that sets standards on the science and art of lighting, vision, and colorimetry. Through CIE, notation is not used by designers. It underpins color management in modern digital devices. Now, let's look at this page. Right. Let's look at this beautiful page of color. Let's take a close look. Look at that brightness diagram. You have hue, saturation, and brightness. Let's do a little eye test. Can you notice the difference in these colors? Let's see. And which one would you say looks most like my beanie? Which of these blues? Because to me, I feel these look like the exact same. Which sucks. And I know that they're not. So that'll be all for this video. Thank you so much for bearing with me. You should be dead sleeping right now. I love all of you guys. Again, please subscribe if you like this, and please leave